So one of the things I want to mention, again, we talked about the multitasking, but you can see how fluid the response is as I multitask between multiple applications. It's really responsive and snappy.
So Ruth, can I just stop you for a second? You've got how many applications running?
Only about 8.
About 8.
And I could probably launch more if you like.
And these are pretty demanding applications. So
They are. These are OpenGL high-performing video applications. So here's an example of some OpenGL animation for the rotating Earth, and here's another one for a bunch of flowers. Again, all OpenGL high performance, very smooth and fluid, as you can see.
And these are all running at the same time?
All running at the same time. So this is true multitasking. There's no app switching. None of these applications are being paused in the background as I switch between them. So you can see it's very fluid. And while I'm doing this, I don't know how many of you guys are gaming fanatics here. I am. I always look at the frame rate when I'm playing a game. So you can see, despite the fact that I'm running so many applications in the background, on the top right-hand side, the frame rate is consistently running at 60 frames per second, which is excellent for a game, and that's what you want. So the other thing I want to mention is we do have dual cameras, both front and back. Both are HD, full HD cameras. So we can actually test it out here. So obviously, we can take a look at Paul here, see how good he looks. But I can actually swap out. And you guys, if we can have the lighting increase a little bit.
Yeah, look with the audience.
You guys can see.
Okay, so we've got cameras front and back. Obviously very dark in here.
Yeah, it's a little bit dark.
Yeah.
But the multimedia performance, and again, this is thanks to our relationship with Adobe. We've really taken advantage of full flash. But I want to kind of show you the crispness of the HD display here. This is just a trailer from one of the movies. Hopefully there's audio. And I'm running my own movie theater.
We've shared this planet since the dawn of man. But as our world expands into theirs, more and more wild.
I'm sure we can keep watching that for a while.
So just so I'm clear again, you're running full 1080p video on there while you're running all of those other applications as well in the background.
Absolutely. You can see those are still running.
Okay. All right. So what else have you got? What's that one?
Well, this is a special treat. So again, I am crazy about games, and this is one of my favorite ones called Need for Speed. Just to show you the accelerometer on the device and how sensitive it is, you can actually come out and try this for yourself. But let's take a look at this game. And again, it uses some of the OpenGL functionality that's an accelerated hardware for graphics. All right, we've got a Porsche G2 here. Whoa, let's get some nitro in it. Okay, not a good driver. All right, well.
Okay. While you're still running all those other applications?
Exactly. Remember, I had Quake 3 running still, which is still with the background,
So this thing, as you're using this is incredibly responsive as
Yes,
you're
it is.
flicking through it. Can you tell me a little bit about, because the interface on this is slightly different to other things that people have seen, so can you tell us a little bit about the interface?
Yes, so the interface is actually pretty unique. What we use is actually the full, you can notice there's actually a border area on the playbook, and you probably can see it on the camera there. And so the way, once you're actually within the application itself, you're obviously interacting with the application in terms of the sliders or any of the interface within the screen. But we actually take advantage of the border, so you can use system level commands and gestures that are pretty intuitive. So if I want to minimize this application, I can actually just do a swipe starting at the bottom, and that minimizes the application. If I'm within the application itself and I want to switch to the next application, I just start the swipe at the border here, and I can swipe like that. So you can see it's like a carousel that I can keep rotating. That's very easy to use. So the other thing I want to mention is the flash experience. And you probably showed a couple of devices that that do support flash.
Yeah.
But what's unique about the playbook is, again, because of the great relationship we have with Adobe, we've managed to implement flash at a very, very low level within the OS. and this gives an uncompromised flash experience that's never been seen before.
So what Sarim's talking about is that when RIM started to build the playbook, they came to us and we worked together to actually embed flash and air right down deep inside the device itself. So we're getting really, really nice performance of flash and air running on the device. So do you want to show some examples?
Yeah, so these are some great, really rich websites that usually only work well on the desktop. And you can see this is a verbatim website from Japan. And this is full flash that's running and just looks just like the desktop. So what we're going to do is go in and create our own monster. Let's pick some pieces for our parts.
So you're sitting inside a browser. You're sitting inside a browser on the web, literally pulling this information in as we're running.
That's correct. That looks really ugly, doesn't it?
Oh, lost your mic.
Thanks, Paul. Alright, so let's see what this thing can do. Just loading the random match. It's going to fight against another robot.
What's happening here is Sarim has built his particular robot, and live on the web now is someone else with their robot, and they're going to fight each other.
Again, yes, this is a very rich, very powerful website that would typically only work on a desktop, and you can see it's running smoothly on the playbook with really optimized experience. I just lost.
You just lost.
Yeah, the other thing I want to mention is again flash video. And it is an optimized for playbook, so we're going to actually go into YouTube now.
Still got the connection here.
Yeah, I think it's still trying to close the match, so let me open a new tab. Alright. Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about the YouTube experience. We're used to YouTube on mobile devices, and usually it's a scaled down mobile version of the YouTube that doesn't give you the full experience. So it's really unique in this that we use pure flash video again for YouTube, not HTML5 or anything else. And these are some highlights. So I don't know how many people watched the Adobe Max keynote, but the BlackBerry was actually the playbook was unveiled at this event with the CEO from Adobe and Brown.
Here I can show you that same application on. This is looking at some MR scans that we have most. So here's some scans that I'm able to fly through. These are very high resolution. Scans are actually streaming over the wireless connection to this device. So as I'm flying through this, it's actually doing this over the net and live. And I can zoom in. So I'm going to pick the little zoom tool, and I can do a little pinch zoom here. And I can actually go in on the scan here, and we can get a closer look at these eyes and this nose. So this application is really, really cool, and I kind of forgot to say what device that I'm showing here. So let me show you what I'm actually using here. This is the BlackBerry Playbook, and this is the first time.
So that was at Max at the end of last year. And obviously now we've got one for the first time ever in Korea to show you guys, and during the break, I really encourage you to go out and touch them. But not only flash in the browser, but also built into the playbook is air really deep into the system. So have you got some examples? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so again, one of the unique things, because of the Adobe